Michael Jordan is that guy. I know it kind of sounds like something that doesn't really need to be stated, but even after he hung up his sneakers 20 years past this final game, I'm pretty sure, definitely since his heyday with the Bulls in the late 90s, he's still him. He's the undisputed GOAT. LeBron, for as much, self-adulation he wants to give himself, 4 is not quite 6. And Jordan never lost in the finals. He also didn't need to create a super team or go and source it by hopping or homie hopping from team to team. It's Jordan and then everybody else. Your top 5, top 10 when it comes to best NBA players of all times probably have similar names that would be up there. Bird, Kobe, Magic, Wilt. Everybody's rankings may vary, but right up there at the top, it's going to be MJ, unless you're just lying to yourself or in this case, worked for ESPN. And even if you extrapolate that out, it's really tough to find a corollary to somebody who's so inexorably linked to their chosen vocation like MJ is. Like, who's the greatest basketball player ever? Michael Jordan. Who's the greatest hockey player ever? Some people will say Gretzky. I'll say Bobby Orr. Other people will say Gordie Howe. There's at least a conversation to be had right there. Because for as much as everybody wants to just immediately give it to Gretzky, he played in other places outside of Edmonton, right? And his successes were few and far between outside of there. Yeah, he made it to the Cup final in '94 with the Kings once, but then outside of that, played with St. Louis, and he also played with the Rangers. Nobody wants to talk about that stuff, and mostly because it's not, relevant. I digress. NFL, God, just even parsing it down to a specific position, you're going to have a different arguments. In Major League Baseball, well, depends on what era you're talking about. Again, you got pitchers, you got positions players. Nobody is as synonymous as Jordan is with greatness. Like, you could go to individualistic sports, but I think I've driven my point home well enough. I have an absurd amount of respect for Michael Jordan, like most sports fans do. But now, given his more recent comments about what his son is doing, he's the GOAT again, because even after all of these years, he's just flexing his prowess and he's just dropping truth bombs. But I set the stage here before we get into the main event. Who is Michael Jordan's second wife? This delicious thing, okay? Yvette Prieto, okay? NBA legend. Michael Jordan ignited internet buzz in June of 2023 when he stepped out in Nashville for a rare date night with his wife of 10 years, Yvette Prieto. Okay, look at her. She's cute, but Jordan's also, I think he's 6'4", 6'5", or something like that. So yeah, she looks like a toddler, but you got to put it into perspective. He's a basketball player after all. But he's 60, looking damn good for 60, of course, and she's 44. Big ups to him. But then again, also, it's Michael Jordan. He could have a harem of 18-year-olds, just like that. We're in town to celebrate the start of NASCAR Ally 400 race. Okay. 400 over the weekend in Tennessee. Here's what you need to know about Jordan's most loyal supporter. I don't know, she's really attractive. Nobody knows much about her. She's 16 years his junior, so all that tells me is just tremendous W's in Michael's life right there, especially when it comes to dealing with women. Doesn't need to put his chick out there on front stage all the time, just look at how lucky I am to be with her. Absolutely not. You're Michael Jordan, okay? You're the prize in that relationship, and that's the way that guys who have successful relationships comport themselves. They're the prize. She's lucky to be with him because he has to be Michael Jordan. He has to be Michael Jordan to be in this situation right here. So yeah, there's a lot that you can learn from this situation, given the fact that they've been married for 10 years and nobody knows who the fuck this chick is and why she looks so incredibly different in different pictures. But that's a picture from 2013, okay? Wildly attractive. And I'm thinking that maybe the lighting's a little bit different right there because she's looking a little bit darker than she is in this picture right there. Like, that just looks like a cute little white girl. And then that picture right there is a very attractive mixed chick. Maybe she's Hispanic. Frankly, I don't really care. And then Jordan also looks, I don't know, super dark in that picture, but then lighting's maybe improved over the past 10 years, but she's aged incredibly well. So yeah, that's even from 2019. So yeah, man, she's kept herself in incredibly good shape throughout the years. And I don't know, is Jordan on that Magic Johnson training diet? Because he's looking jacked. Like, you can see the veins in his hand. Like, okay, he's not getting sloppy. I think that his own internal competition wouldn't allow him to be as such. So maybe they're exchanging tips. Just not like that, and, not the obvious thing that you think of when it comes to Magic Johnson. But something else that he's dropping that maybe wasn't picked up by his son or not. Don't take these old single wives and single mothers seriously, especially when it comes to dealing with Robin's sloppy seconds. Michael Jordan reveals he doesn't approve of his son Marcus, 32, dating Larsa Pippen, 48. Bro, oh my God, that's why we had to set the stage to begin with. Jordan, 60, looking incredibly good, married to a 44-year-old woman who is looking incredibly good after 10 years of marriage. Fantastic stuff. His son is 32 years old. You're the son of Michael fucking Jordan, and the best you can do is pull Scottie Pippen's old ex-wife at 48 years old. You're dating, as Michael Jordan's son, you're dating somebody that's 4 years older than your stepmom? Oh my God, bruh. Ugh. There's only one other dude right now in the public sphere taking bigger L's than that. And that's something we might have to talk on in the future, because for all of the L's that he's taken right now, his wife is taking bigger D's. So, oof. Anywho, what did MJ have to say about this? Michael Jordan has sensationally revealed he does not approve of his 32-year-old son Marcus's age gap romance with Larsa Pippen, 48. No, Mike, that's hypocritical because you got a 16-year age gap. It's like, no, you'd probably also like to be a grandfather, and you know that them eggs are powdered, and they have been for about a decade. Scottie Pippen's ex had previously waxed lyrical about how Marcus's family approved of their relationship, and I think the last time that I talked about this, I said, that's total fucking cap. Outside of Mike's probably just laughing, just getting another one over Scottie, which began in September of 2022, but the NBA legend shut down those claims as he dined at Madignon's in Paris on Sunday. What's everybody doing in Paris? Okay, when that entire place is burning down. Weird. In a video obtained by Daily Mail, the star who was dining with his wife, Yvette, who coincidentally also shares a 16-year age gap with the sportsman, was asked his thoughts on the pair's romance, to which he laughed. When pressed on whether he approved of the relationship, Michael declared no before getting in his car. He's like, he's 32 years old. I don't know, man. The admission is at odds with Larsa's comments. Wow, a 48-year-old single mom lying. Shocking. Oh, with the star saying I'm Marcus's family last month. They're all fine with it. No, they aren't. Because, bruh, she's barely holding on. And I'm not just talking about that top. Yeah. She's got all of the accoutrements. She's got all of the updates. Fantastic stuff. J-Lo still looks great. She's in her 50s. Yeah, okay, continue to just point out the exceptions. But there's a certain level of, what's the most delicate way to put this? Spring back ability when it comes to certain intimate areas that the 48 can't compete with 38, let alone 28. Like, it's, oof. And you're that dude's son. Oh my God. Like, it's bad enough that you were playing basketball and you couldn't get even a flyer in the association. I mean, I work every single day in order to make my father and my last name proud, but if the best you could do is pick up the scraps of your dad's running buddy, oh man, fat fucking L. I feel like we've spent holidays together and it's good. We're in a great place. That's what she said. Okay, so she felt like they spent holidays together. Fantastic. Did you actually, or did you just feel like it? This comes after Larsa and Marcus sat down with an interview with E! News and addressed the elephant in the room. Hey, this bitch old as fuck, and she's about to, enter osteoporosis. So when you're hitting it from the back, are you worried about one of those hips popping out? I let people that are misinformed be misinformed, Marcus said. I feel like, it's you, dude. He's not my kid, and I'm already embarrassed for him. I feel like people see our last names and immediately want to have some sort of reaction or opinion. But I feel like, okay, as people get to know us and understand our situations more, they're way more happy for us and just want us to see us live our lives in our truths, and be happy. Oh, you guys deserve yourself. What a fucking dork. Marcus's father won 6 NBA championships with Larsa's ex-husband, Scottie Pippen. Instrumental in those, 2 3-peats. Of course, as a historical NBA fan, I understand the greatness, and it could only been achieved by the Chicago Bulls with Scottie Pippen. Michael Jordan was a great player before Scottie, but then he just became the GOAT once Scottie turned up. Like, everybody knows this. I'm not breaking any ground that's here. Larsa added that she has realized people just want to see you happy, and there's a few people that are just miserable, and other people that are looking at that and just going, what a fucking freak show. I would consider myself in that camp. Can't wait for him to realize and just wake up one morning, Marcus Jordan this is, and just go, oh, God, she's 40 fucking 8. What the fuck am I doing? But with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.